And I really welcome both Minister Paschal Donohoe and Minister Oisin Smith, who are with us now, on presenting to us about Project Ireland 2040. And we see very clearly that Fine Gael government has put plans in place. And together, I suppose, Minister, we're looking at what we're looking at now in terms of evaluating the Project Ireland 2040 plan under this current government. But this dates back to 2018, and it was about putting plans in place and making sure there is a reserve of funding to deliver on projects that are crucial. We're seeing over 5 million people now in Ireland, in the Republic of Ireland, and there's such a dire need for infrastructure. I suppose I really welcome seeing in my own area the logo for the NDP. I welcome seeing that logo of the NDP because that is going to deliver roadways. For example, Ballydreen to Scramogue. It's going to make our area in Roscommon safer. It's going to make sure that there's less accidents on roads because we're delivering incredible infrastructure, and it is going to be a priority that's looking to be delivered this year in terms of reaching the next stage under tender. The other projects, of course, are hospitals, and again in Ballinasloe I'm delighted to see that our 50-bed ward block, up to the second floor, the Taoiseach had an opportunity to come and visit that last Friday, to actually see construction in progress, and that's all part of us delivering on Project Ireland 2040, which is delivering for the people of Ireland in our towns and villages all across the country. Minister, I suppose for me in my area, in a sort of regional area in Roscommon, Galway, the Rural Regeneration Fund under Minister Heather Humphreys, the Urban Regeneration Development Fund as well under the Department of Housing and Minister Darragh O'Brien, the Disruptive Technologies Innovation Fund has been absolutely crucial in driving change at a third level. It has funded excellence in research groups across all of our universities, and it has rewarded innovation and innovative, I suppose, technologies in Ireland, people in Ireland driving change, and that's what that DTIF does, working with industry as well. The Climate Action Fund, of course, is another fund that's a crucial part of this Project Ireland 2040. Minister, the RRDF, of course, is delivering in many different ways. It's remote working hubs, it's delivering sort of transition of old buildings, like looking at vacancy and dereliction. Currently, there is a building in my own town of Ballinasloe where we received over 500,000 under just transition, a really strong application to take a property in the middle of town to make that now into a remote working hub. They also benefited from towns and villages. So towns and villages funding on top of just transition, there's still a shortfall, and unfortunately this is due to material costs, the increases in costs in terms of renovation. So these are just measures that we do have to take into account. But just in the opening speech from Minister Donohoe there as well, I really welcomed his emphasis on the digitalisation to streamline procurement, sustainability and standards within the construction sector. He mentioned the Build Digital project in TU Dublin, and again I think that's going to be a way to make sure that we're delivering value for money and streamlining the process here as well. Construct Innovate, based in the University of Galway, and again over 5 million investment here, but bringing together hundreds of research teams together across the country, but coming out of University of Galway, that's going to make the way we do things better in terms of delivering in a quicker way and trying to reduce costs. We're seeing challenges, as my colleague has mentioned here, particularly in our rural areas, around childcare, and I would agree with that. I do think there is a challenge there, specifically in childcare places, whether we need to look at more community creches, community childcare. That is something that does seem to be, when I knock on doors, that's coming back to me in terms of infrastructure that's required in our local area. Minister, I know that there is a lot to be done, and we have so many projects that have been delivered. This is where I do challenge this, because we can see delivery of projects. We can see the Galway to Dublin cycleway. You can see the bridge going across the River Shannon. You can see infrastructure and construction happening in front of your eyes, and that is because of plans being put in place about us developing our country to be ready for what we need right now for our population and for our towns and villages. Gurmila Magat.